Watched by more Northern Californians. Channel 7, ABC.
From San Francisco, here is the morning news with Bob Dunn.
The town of Vinh Linh, just inside the border of North Vietnam, was struck today by U.S. and South Vietnamese planes.
From Channel 7, San Francisco, here is the Sunday Night News with Bob Dunn.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. I'm Van Amberg along with Jerry.
The year is 1969. Van Amberg is taking over as lead anchor of Channel 7 News.
If you catch fish in the bay and eat them, don't.
His newscast theme music was from the Paul Newman movie Cool Hand Luke.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. The telephone call.
Van Amberg, the ambitious.
This is a Channel 7 News Scene special report with our continuing coverage of the People's Temple story and the murder of Congressman Leo Ryan. Now with the latest details, Van Amberg and Marcia Brandwin.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. We're interrupting our special broadcasting to bring you this special report, a News Scene news break on the People's Temple mass suicides in Guyana and the murder of Congressman.
Good evening. I'm Jan Carson along with Jerry Jensen. Angry and frustrated parents.
This is Channel 7 News Scene, your #1 source for news and information, covering the Bay Area, the West, and the world, with Steve Davis and Terry Lowry, Lloyd Lindsay Young with the weather, and Martin Wyatt with sports. Now for News Scene, Steve Davis.
Good evening.
This is Channel 7 News Scene, your #1 source for news and information covering the Bay Area and the West and the world, with Van Amberg and Terry Lowry, Bob Marshall with the weather, and Jim Selania with sports. Now for News Scene, Van Amberg.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. There are two major stories at the top of our news tonight. First of all, the cleanup and confusion in the wake of yesterday's gas main leak in San Francisco's.
This is Channel 7 News Scene, your #1 source for news and information, covering the Bay Area, the West, and the world, with Van Amberg and Suzanne Saunders, Pete Giddings with the weather, and Don Sanchez with sports. Now for News Scene, Van Amberg.
Good afternoon. Here's what's happening.
This is Channel 7 News Scene, your #1 source for news and information covering the Bay Area and the West and the world, with Van Amberg and Terry Lowry, Bob Marshall with the weather, and Jim Selania with sports. Now for News Scene, Van Amberg.
Good evening. Here's what's happening there.
Good evening. I'm Jan Carson along with Jerry Jensen.
This is Channel 7 News Scene Tonight, Tuesday, with Ken Matz, Jan Carson, Pete Giddings with weather, Jim Selania with sports. Now, News Scene Tonight.
Good evening.
Now, Channel 7 News Tonight with Pete Wilson, Susan Gregory, meteorologist Pete Giddings, and John Buren with sports.
Good evening. A bit early tonight because of the football game.
Now, Channel 7 News with Gary Revstock, Janet Zapala, weather with Bob Marshall, and Mark Gibson with sports.
Good evening.
Now, Channel 7 News with Gary Revstock, Anna Chavez, weather with Beverly Johnson, and Martin Wyatt with sports.
Mexican police let a known drug dealer get away who was...
Now, Channel 7 News with Gary Revstock, Anna Chavez, weather with Beverly Johnson, and Martin Wyatt with sports.
Good evening to you. Ana Chavez is off tonight. Cheryl Jennings is sitting in for, and we are all celebrating with you 49er fans throughout the Bay Area tonight.
Now, Channel 7 News at 5, a Bay Area tradition, with Gary Revstock, Ana Chavez, house calls with Dr. Dina Dell, meteorologist Pete Giddings, Russ Coughlin's commentary, and greengrocer Joe Carcione.
Good evening.
Now, Channel 7 News with Van Amberg, Suzanne Saunders, Dr. Dina Dell, meteorologist Pete Giddings, and Don Sanchez with sports.
Good evening. Here's what's happening.
Now, Channel 7 News with Van Amberg, Suzanne Saunders, Dr. Dina Dell, meteorologist Pete Giddings, and Don Sanchez with sports.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. There's big labor troubles as we start the big Labor Day weekend.
Now, Channel 7 News Tonight, a Bay Area tradition, with Pete Wilson, Suzanne Saunders, sports with Mike Barry, and meteorologist Pete Giddings. Now, Channel 7 News Tonight, with Cheryl Jennings, Willie Monroe, meteorologist Steve Newman, and Mark Gibson with sports. Gary Repstock, Anna Chavez, Dr. Dina Dell, meteorologist Pete Giddings, Russ Coughlin's commentary, and greengrocer Joe Carcione. This is Channel 7 News at 5.
Good afternoon.
Pete Wilson, Suzanne Saunders, Mike Barry with sports, and Pete Giddings with weather. This is Channel 7 News Tonight. Cheryl Jennings, Willie Monroe, meteorologist Steve Newman, and Mark Gibson with sports. This is Channel 7 News Tonight.
When the gas...
7 News, #1 in Northern California, with Cheryl Jennings and Don Sanchez, naturalists Pete Giddings and Joel Bartlett, Dan Lovett with sports, and Dr. Deanie Dell has house calls. Now, Channel 7 News at 5.
Good evening.
Now, Channel 7 News, #1 in Northern California.
Good evening.
You're watching Channel 7 News, #1 in Northern California, with Pete Wilson and Anna Chavez. Pete Giddings has weather and Dan Lovett with sports. Now, Channel 7 News at 6. You're watching Channel 7 News, #1 in Northern California, with Pete Wilson and Anna Chavez. Pete Giddings has weather and Mike Barry with sports. Now, Channel 7 News at 11. You're watching Channel 7 News, #1 in Northern California, with Frank Crocker and Carolyn Tyler. Brian Hackney with the weather, and Mark Gibson has sports. Now, Channel 7 News at 11. You're watching Channel 7 News, with Pete Wilson and Anna Chavez. Pete Giddings with the weather, and Martin Wyatt has sports. Now, Channel 7 News at 11.
President Gorbachev is traveling.
#1 in Northern California. Now, Don Sanchez, Cheryl Jennings, Pete Giddings weather, and Dr. Deanie Dell. This is Channel 7 News at 5. KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now, Cheryl Jennings, Don Sanchez, Pete Giddings weather, and Dr. Deanie Dell. This is Channel 7 News at 5.
A pregnant Berkeley woman loses her fight to use French abortion pills.
KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now, Richard Brown, Carolyn Joe, Pete Giddings weather, and Martin Wyatt sports. This is Channel 7 News at 11.
Life's a lot less kind and a lot less gentle than it was before your administration.
KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now, Richard Brown, Carolyn Joe, Brian Hackney weather, and Martin Wyatt sports. This is Channel 7 News at 11.
A flu epidemic is sweeping the country. We will show you what you can do to avoid becoming a victim. And President Clinton and Boris Yeltsin, what they've decided to do about the nuclear missiles aimed in our direction. Good evening. Richard is off tonight.
From KGO-TV, this is a Channel 7 Morning News Update. This Channel 7 Morning News Update is brought to you by TJ Maxx, where thousands of new fashions come in every week at incredible savings, and so should you.
It's 8:25. Good morning, everyone. I'm Eric Thomas.
And I'm Sydney Kohara. Let's go to the Channel 7 Traffic Center for the latest on your morning.
KGO-TV, Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. This is Channel 7 News at 6.
KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now Richard Brown, Terrell and Joe, Pete Giddings Weather, Dr. Dean Edel, and Martin Wyatt Sports. This is Channel 7 News at 6.
It was the path. Tonight, critics converge on the San Francisco Presidio. You'll see why they say what's in the plans could spoil it for us all. Plus a shocker, why the government can't scrape up enough money to pay what it owes to its Navy reservists. And the opening of the Great Mall today in the South Bay, and some lessons to be learned from another town's mall experience. Carol and Joe is off tonight. Channel 7 News at 11 is next.
KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now, Terrell and Joe, Richard Brown, Brian Hackney Weather, and Martin Wyatt Sports. This is Channel 7 News at 11.
Good evening. In a little more than a week, San Francisco's Presidio makes
KGO-TV Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. Now, Jennifer Moss, Dan Noyes, Joel Bartlett Weather, and Mike Schumann with sports. This is Channel 7 News at 11.
Good evening. Beatlemania is back. The crazy days of the 1960s come to life.
This is Channel 7 ABC. Live, local, late breaking. The Channel 7 Morning News starts now. Live, local, late breaking. Channel 7 News at 6 starts now. ABC 7 News with Eric Thomas, Deborah Villalone, and Lee Glasser. ABC 7 News, the Bay Area's #1 news, with Dan Ashley, Carol and Joe, Spencer Christian, and Martin Wyatt.
Good evening. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Terrell and Joe.
ABC 7 News with Sam Shane, Jennifer Moss, Joel Bartlett, and Mike Schumann. ABC 7 News with Terrell and Joe, Dan Ashley, Spencer Christian, and Martin Wyatt.
Good evening. I'm Terrell and Joe.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Every cop knows that the most...
This is ABC 7 News at 5. This is ABC 7 News at 5. Live from KGO Television, Dan Ashley, Jessica Aguirre, Spencer Christian, and Martin Wyatt. This is ABC 7 News at 11. This is the ABC 7 Morning News.
This is ABC 7 News at 11. This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Pete Wilson.
And I'm Jessica Aguirre.
This is the ABC 7 Morning News. This is ABC 7 News at 5. This is ABC 7 News at 6. This is ABC 7 News at 6:30. You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Good evening.
This is ABC 7 News at 5. This is ABC 7 News at 6:30.
7 News at 11. ABC 7 News starts right now with live breaking news. Live from the KGO-TV Broadcast Center, this is ABC 7 News. Live from the KGO-TV Broadcast Center, this is ABC 7 News.
If there's a fire at your...
Good morning, East Bay. Let's get up and get going.
This is ABC 7 Mornings.
Hi, good morning. It's Tuesday, September 11th. Natasha is off this morning.
Thanks for joining us. You're never more than...
Live where you live. This is ABC 7 News.
A problem for some Bay Area students on the first day of school. California's new vaccination law.
Live where you live. This is ABC 7 News.
An unprecedented contest. Warriors and Cavaliers in the finals 4 years in a row.
Golden State is one of the best teams I've ever played.
Obviously, everything starts with LeBron.
The Warriors have won 2 of the last 3 matchups, but can they take the title in back-to-back years?
We want to finish
live where you live. This is ABC 7 News.
Right now, we are just hours away from the Raiders' home opener.
That's right. Sky 7 is overhead right now.
Live where you live. This is ABC 7 News.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Keller in for Eric Thomas. We're going to have more on that missing.
You're watching ABC 7 News on Coffee TV 20.
A new storm, believe it or not, taking aim tonight as our winter deja.
Live where you live. This is ABC 7 News.
Now at 11, a woman punched over and over again in the face for no reason at all. Tonight, San Francisco police are searching for the man who viciously...
News to build a better Bay Area. This is ABC 7 Mornings.
Now it's 6 survivors of the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting.
Now, news to build a better Bay Area from ABC 7.
Well, we certainly hope you enjoyed your morning because that sun is not around anymore from San Jose to San Francisco. Skies were clear at...
Now, news to build a better Bay Area from ABC 7.
A South Bay woman goes to order from a fast food restaurant.
Now, news to build a better Bay Area from ABC 7.
And I'm Ama Dates. ABC 7 News sports reporter Chris Alvarez joins us now. Man, that roller coaster was quite the ride today.
I mean, it was up and it was down. It was crazy. Chris, this might have been...
We were, really hurt by it and feel for the family.
A senseless death shakes an East Bay community.
KGO-TV, Channel 7, covering the Bay Area.
You're watching ABC 7 KGO-TV.